This is Prove Your Worth on Reaper One Skull.
The loathsome orc. The trial will be treacherous. Be aware of every step you take.
We can get a little more Reaper XP for breaking these barrels, and since we have to break quite a few anyways, might as well get them. Before I start, I'm just going to mention that this quest is it's a difficult quest. It's I think this build may not be as hard as some of the others, but clearly it's a difficult quest. So there'd certainly be no harm in skipping it and running it at a higher level as part of a favor run versus running it at this level. Especially if you find yourself, whoops, I need to run back and get a higher level. Especially if you find yourself failing or struggling on Reaper mode, I would say just skip it and come back to it as part of a favor run. Or if the other option is just don't run it at all. Run it as a favor run. But I'm gonna put this video because I think, although this is probably one of the most difficult quests at the level, this particular build is pretty good. Whoops. Let's see if I can get the hireling in. I can. Well, that's unfortunate.
Dismantle the rusty iron defender.
Gotta be careful with these traps. The hireling can't take them. Put them on passive so I can heal her up with the wand. There's a lot of barrels in here. I don't know if it's really worth it for this, whatever, 15% bonus, so probably not actually, so I'll probably just skip it. You can see there's a bunch of barrels ahead. Well, I guess I can do it just to show you. But there's just a ton of barrels. Trap. Alright, well I'm just gonna skip it for the sake of time. It's not gonna make that much of a difference. And it's not really 15%, it's a 15% of base XP. Alright, Fear Reaper. So your typical quest will be around 400% 3 to 400% of base XP. So 15% is about 5%. So 5 or less percent once you factor in everything. Alright, I want to be careful here with the hireling because these fire barrels will blow up. They could kill me if I don't make my save, but they could also kill the hireling. So I'm going to keep the hireling here. I'm going to get my bow. Try to go from as much distance as possible. And avoid there's some iron defenders patrolling. Alright. So what would be nice is if I could be from a distance and do more of like a chain reaction. But that doesn't. There's a few places that work that way, but not. It's more of a quest mechanic. In general, they don't have chain reactions on explosive barrels. Whoa, just that one, but made my save luckily.
intricate system of ladders leads up the shaft. Agility and physical endurance will be paramount in
Park the
overcoming
back
this
here.
challenge.
And let me explain this a little bit. This is something that I had a lot of trouble with, actually for quite a while, until I understood how the mechanics of it worked. So you climb up. This is like a bunch of ladders, and you have to go from the top of one ladder to another ladder. It's pretty tricky to do, although it can be done without doing this. But basically, if you hold down the right mouse click, and you'll see a little circle, and then W is forward. So you either press W or forward, or you press the space key, then hold down W or forward. So it's, for me, on my keyboard, it's easier to do space and W. So I just do space and then W, holding the entire time you're holding this. The entire time you're holding the right mouse click down. All right. So then we go to the top of this next ladder, and it's rinse and repeat. You just have to find the right ladder to go to. So don't assume it's the one you see. Kind of look around. In this case, it is the one you see. So I'm gonna right click and then turn, and then I'm gonna press space and hold down W. And as long as that right mouse circle is pointed at the ladder, then you will make it. But yeah, I had such trouble with this. Okay, so now we look at this one. This one's a little too short here, so this is probably the right one. All right, so now we want to do this one. And so again, we just hold down the right mouse button, point to it, press space, and then hold down W. And kind of, move your mouse so that you're facing the ladder as well. Alright, and this one we're not quite there yet. So again, hold down the mouse, right mouse. This is right behind us. And then press space and hold the W down. Alright, and we'll look here. And again, it's behind us. Well, let's see. Yep, behind us. So right click, hold space, W, and hold down the W. So you're holding down the right mouse click the whole time, and then you're pressing space and holding down W after you press the space. All right, so now we go up here, and we are there. So now this is probably our closest path. So we just, same thing, hold W. And we got it. So that's how you get up that ladder. I struggled with this for a long time, actually. I didn't understand I could do that with the mouse.
But you must proceed.
Now let's bring the higher back.
The fetid stench of sewer fills your nostrils.
The nice thing about this quest is a lot of the mechanics that make it difficult are easy to learn once explained. And, it's not like Arcade Skeleton where it's going to constantly, and Lyra's where it's just going to constantly kill our higher, and that's, a different kind of challenge. This is something you could, you can pretty much overcome a little easier. So that's why I'm doing this one on Reaper. Otherwise, it's almost one you could skip the first life because it's a little more complex, but I'm putting this in here because even if you don't do it until your second or third life, it's something you'll eventually want to learn. You're not going to want to skip this quest because you'll miss Saga, etc.
To the trial.
Alright, so I'm going to jump down one layer at a time, one level at a time. And then let's see, which one of these? Either a champion, so I'll just get this guy. I don't think he could reach us, but I just don't want to have arrows coming at me the whole time when I'm working on the puzzles, so that's why I'm... Oh, it looks like I can just take this net. Good deal. I've always just got him with archery in the past.
A series of levers and traps.
All right, I'm going to
dot
give it
the
about
walls, the
15
floor, and
seconds
the
here,
ceiling.
just so you can pull
Only
up the
your
DDO wiki.
wit
I think
can
it's kind of
solve
helpful if
this
you can be looking
conundrum.
kind of at the DDO wiki while you're looking at this. If you just type "prove your worth" and DDO, that should the first thing that one of the first things, the first or one of the first things that should come up should be the "prove your worth" DDO wiki entry, and that has this puzzle solution. I don't know. I don't know how to solve this puzzle by just figuring it out. I've always just used this DDO. I mean, I think we tried. We got frustrated, and then we just found the wiki article and solved it that way. But I'm not sure the actual puzzle behind, behind this. So I'm going to just show you. Here you light up. Whoops! I hope I didn't break something there. Okay. Now you can kind of hear a switch, so that's probably the clue. When you hear a switch sound. All right. So basically, the first one is kind of right and up, and the second one is down and left. All right, so then this one is pointed this way. And you get a sound when it's moved to the right position, so I guess that's how you're supposed to figure it out. This part is also, you just have to do it. So you'll see numbers, right? So the orientation is this. So this is 1 over here. This is 4. And this is on the map 2 and 5, and then this is 3. So you just pull them in this order. So here's 1, then 2.
Pulling this lever fires a dart high above, leading you to believe
Then
it is
3.
a trigger mechanism.
Then 4. And then 5. And some of the verbiage makes you feel like maybe you failed it, but then you'll eventually see this thing just pop up. Unless I did it wrong. Maybe I did it wrong. Thought I pulled it, so... This is a reset mechanism here. Well, I'm just going to pull it again. Didn't open. Alright, well, it should have been this one here, so let me...
The other components in the room return to their initial state. This appears to be a reset mechanism.
Alright. So I'll try it one more time and see if this works. So 1. Then 2. And 3. Then 4. And then 5.
The challenge was
Okay.
no match.
So I'm not
for
sure what I
your
did wrong.
sharp
Maybe it was just too
The
slow.
portcullis rumbles open.
Alright, let me give one heal this guy, or her I should say. And I'm going to do my buffs. And so if you enjoy puzzles, you can certainly try to figure that one out. We do enjoy I enjoy the puzzles, and so normally I do
Hear a metallic clanking from
try to
behind.
solve them, but I think we gave up on this one and just used the DDO wiki. Of course, I think we didn't have sound either, so we maybe didn't hear those clanks. They're active. From the chest, that's kind of nice. So it's a thaumaturgic Abjuration focus. Okay, I don't think that's probably going to be a big draw. It's nice to get the bonus prefix though.
A sweltering wave of heat washes
so
over your body.
This one
Rackham's Inferno will
it's
take
tough.
precision
And certainly
and
on
cunning
Reaper,
to
it's
overcome.
very unforgiving. Alright, so I'm going to keep my Hireling here. If for some reason I die, then I just run back to my Hireling, right? There, I see a Rest Shrine and a Rest Shrine. Okay, that's good. So I also have that option. So I'm going to wait till these go off here. And then, oops. So I have evasion, so I actually made my save. Let's see if I can find a trap thing here. Nope, that's the chest outside. Alright, so back here. So we got that one. This one's going to be a challenge. So we'll just kind of, again, watch the pattern. Alright, and so there's no right answer here, but we have evasion, so we can get it. And then, let's see this.
You have weathered Rackham.
But I think I missed a trap here. I'm going to go
A
ahead
few
and try to get
burns and sweat coat your skin.
But basically we finished it, and then here's where the trap boxes I found. There's one of these on each side. And I'm just kind of keeping an eye on this. I'm not using my boosts. But basically I'm succeeding on a 3, so that makes me feel like there's no way I'm going to blow it up. Alright, so we just we're almost to the end. Let's try this. We definitely don't want to go down there, I know that much. And then this should take us to the end fight area. Alright, so
Penzance,
we have a little bit of
first
fighting
mate
here,
of
but
the
nothing too
ill
major.
fate, motions for you to come over and
I'm going to go ahead and
with
just
him.
renew my buffs. Real quick here. I think we're fine, but just so we don't have to deal with it. Alright. So again, this is on the wiki if you want to see, but there's basically some answers that will cause fighting and some that won't. So the first one is you want to do run for the loot as quick as you can, or ye can. Alright, and then the next one is going to be, the answer is going to be the local tavern, of course. Alright, and then the next one, double the share of the crew mate. Okay, this one, it does not matter. Either way, it's gonna be looking for a fight. It's gonna be a fight, so there's no way to avoid that fight, as far as I know. But this is, far from a hard fight here. All right, and next, okay. Okay, so now we do this, and basically, I think you want to make Meeble walk the plank to finish the quest. If you don't do that,
You survive the gruels of Rackham's trial.
you can get a glitch. So at least I've seen this glitch on that before, but I'm not sure the exact sequence of events. But I know if you do this sequence of events, it will not glitch. And that is Prove Your Worth on Reaper Skull 1.